The book of Luke captures a story where Jesus is confronted by the Pharisees. He was asked the question, why is it that the disciples of John the Baptist and the Pharisees go on fasting, but your disciples go on eating and drinking? He was being asked a religious question, and the interesting thing was how Jesus responded. His response was not a religious response, but a relational response. He said, for as long as the bridegroom is with them, they will not fast. But on the day the bridegroom is taken away, on that day they will fast. Interesting, isn't it? A religious question, a relational answer. Many times when we think of fasting, we think of it as a duty rather than a delight. We think of it as something we have to do rather than something that we respond to because of a relationship. Jesus' idea of fasting was about a relationship between a bride and a bridegroom. Probably one of the most exciting, delightful relationships one could ever have. It's interesting also to point out that when a bride is about to get married, she goes and does all the things that she has to prepare for the wedding. She looks for the invitations, the invites, the paper, the kind of smell that paper will have, the envelopes, the fonts. She goes to the caterers and the couturier and checks every pleat and button of that dress. In the midst of that, all the business, all the invites, all the preparations, days go by and she finally realizes that she has forgotten to eat. Fasting is not about forcing yourself not to eat. It's actually being so in love with someone that you forget to eat. That's the delight that Jesus was talking about in the bride and bridegroom relationship. It's the bridegroom who does not say, I'm skipping meals so I can buy you a ring. It's quietly skipping dozens of meals and buying the ring because you are special to me. Jesus did not just buy you a ring, He gave you His very own life, His own blood, so that you may be saved because He loves you. When you and I fast, what we're doing is we're actually acknowledging our love for Jesus. Fasting is also our way of quieting our spirits down and saying, I'm focusing on the very one I love and the only one I love. Think about the things that are the benefits you get from a love affair with Jesus. Eternal life, righteousness, peace, and joy. Now, think about a cup of coffee and a hamburger and a plate of spaghetti. And try to see if those three things compare with the things that Jesus gives you as a benefit of that love affair. Now sit down for a minute and write the things that fascinate you about God. Now after you've written them, these are the very things that I really am fascinated about my relationship with God. Ask yourself, is it okay, if not worth the time and effort and energy to fast and focus on these things about my God? I pray that you enjoy your fasting. I pray that this year is the year of breakthrough for you. I pray that you will not just get a breakthrough, but literally find your place in the presence of Jesus as you enjoy your fast this year.